The herdsmen came, they burned houses, they killed people, everyone ran. Since the attack, I haven't seen any of my family members or heard from any of them.
That was 8 years ago. Peace, like many other girls her age, did not know what would become of her. Recently orphaned and with no other family or friends in sight, her options for a bright future were rather dim, until a woman who had known them brought her to the city.
I knew about Peace through my cousin, that is a nurse, but I heard of Tabitha Cumi, how they take care of, orphans. So I spoke to the director and she agreed and she came over.
I just knew that except she had help, she would live a very miserable life.
We hear of cases where they give them out because she doesn't have anybody to speak for her. So I believe by now she should have been married and go into the farm and not, that's just all. Go to the farm, come back, take care of the husband.
Either by a stroke of luck or divine providence, Mrs. Tayo Erinle ran a non-governmental organization called Tabitha Cumi Foundation. Part of their mission was to support women and girls and give them a decent life and a promising future. Peace had come to the right place.
We had to get some people who were from her area to help us, interpret, just for a short while. It would have been an almost impossible task for the teachers. One, considering her age, and the other children that were in the class with her, and then without any knowledge of English. So, we taught her a bit at home before she now started school.
When I first started school, everything was just different. Even the school was different, so I didn't like it. I wasn't happy. I wanted to be a doctor, and I knew that I can only achieve that if I perform well, if I do well in my exams. So that kept me working harder and harder each time. I was doing well in my exam. Everyone was happy, so I wanted to keep on doing more, to keep on making them happy. So I started doing well. I was really happy.
They kept promoting her, double promotions. From nursery, I think she went to primary 1. By the time she got to primary 1, she went to primary 3, and she was always first. It changed her demeanor, her countenance. It gave her a lot of confidence.
A United Nations statistic shows that in northern Nigeria alone, over 1.4 million children were victims of terrorist-related attacks in the year 2015. Out of that number, 2/3 are girls and women. If nothing is done, this is a statistic that will be on the increase. These innocent girls are vulnerable to rape, violation, and being trafficked as domestic and sex slaves.
When all stakeholders in the community get interested in the issues of the girls, then there is bound to be success. In a lot of the hard-to-reach communities, the girls lack, adequate role models, people to look up to, because they don't have enough female teachers in such communities for them to look up to as, I would like to be like, this teacher. They don't have a lot of them in the health sector either. The nurses in most rural communities, because it's hard to reach, most of the nurses are men.
As part of the plans to ensure that girls like Peace are mentored and make the right decisions for the future, Tabitha Cumi Foundation runs a girls' club.
We saw that the dropout rate from the schools were very high. And so we saw that the girls needed attention. That if we're going to break the intergenerational poverty, circle, we needed to start with the girls. And so we started the Tabitha Girls Club to mentor the girls, to give them a self-esteem, to teach them life-building skills, and also to help the stakeholders in the communities know that if these girls are taken care of, the communities will move forward.
Tabitha Cumi Foundation recently conducted a Girls Safety Initiative campaign with the theme Creating Safe Spaces for Girls in Communities.
With the insurgency that is facing the nation at the moment, we found out that when strange people come into the communities, the first people they come in contact with are the girls. And so we realized that we needed to get as many girls as we could to let them know this, so that when they see strangers within the communities, they will not interact with them, so that they are not brainwashed and used, as suicide bombers. And to help the stakeholders, community stakeholders, understand the importance of allowing these girls, to have safe spaces. They were taught life-building skills. They were taught about their health. They were taught, how to, make various items that they can make money out of. It was a great experience, because for most of them, they hadn't come out to the cities before. The girls within the city were surprised that, so these girls in these communities are this intelligent, because the girls are intelligent. All they lack is the opportunity. If they have the same opportunity that the girls in the cities have, they'll do very well.
This Girls Safety Initiative campaign was made possible with the support of Australian Aid, which has identified with Tabitha Cumi Foundation to ensure that our girls have a future. Hassana and Husseina are twin sisters who live in Mapa village. It is only a few kilometers from the capital city of Nigeria, but they could only dream of a life beyond their rustic village. This was until they joined the girls' club and discovered that they could dream of more.
When I was younger, I loved to be a banker then. Actually, I wanted to become a doctor to save lives, but seeing that it is not easy and I can't cope with it, so I withdraw. I have this best friend of mine. She's very brilliant. She said she wants to be a lawyer. So she got pregnant on the way then. That is where her school stopped. I learned to be confident. I learned how to say no to sex at my age. Because sometimes when I see my mates, what they do, sometimes I have these feelings that, look at what my mate is doing, me too, I'm not doing it. But when I flash back to what I was taught, I'll leave that. And again, I learned handwork, like how to make bead, cake. The other time they taught us to make
fabric,
how to make liquid soap, shampoos.
Tabitha taught us how a girl should be protected and how she should obtain help. Tabitha teach us 3 things in life. You paid for what you don't know. You paid for what you have forgotten. You paid for what you did not do early in time. If someone said, go and marry now, school, don't go to school, I'll tell them that, look, me, I'm interested in going to school.
I want to thank Mrs. Tabitha, girls that they have been here. Most of them, they didn't go junior secondary school or secondary school because there is no money to pay their school fees. But when Tabitha entered this village, she teach them some works, and now most of the girls, they are feeling fine now because they learn many things. Some of them, they are paying their school fees now.
I appreciate Tabitha Cumi Foundation because she came here, changed the outlook of all the girls in my village, showing them they can be like the girls in town. Now they are confident and can face many challenges. I am proud of them. We can't forget Tabitha Cumi. Even children yet unborn will enjoy this blessing.
I think that the general public should know that the responsibility of bringing up our girls properly is that of everyone. We should be able to talk to girls. We should have time for them. If you don't, they will get information from other people, and those information will shape their lives. And sometimes you may not like what you are seeing.
I attended an all-girls school, and we had women, who were old girls of the school, who, mentored us, who we looked up to. I also had a mentor who did a lot of social work. I always admired her, and always, sometimes I went with her, I saw people that she brought up herself. Those things made me to aspire, and to look up to them and hope that, okay, one day I want to be like them. And so this is what we're trying to do in the lives of these girls. They may not become lawyers, but definitely, they'll get somewhere beyond where they are, at the moment.
For girls like Peace, Hassana, Husseina, and Amamatu, without the support system of a mentor, there was no way they could aspire to greatness. And they've gone to show that our girls are our future.
I want to say a very big thank you to Tabitha and all the people that has helped me one way or the other. I think God gave me this opportunity because He wants a change in my village, and I'm the person to bring that change.
Thank you, Tabitha.